Hi guys, this is Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Today I'm using the card kit of the month and all of the goodies that belong in that kit. We've got the pattern papers, we've got all of the cute ephemera, and then we have got the koala dies. Oh my goodness, I created this cute little koala and I wanted to make sure that I knew exactly what I wanted my card to look like before I got started, and I absolutely love how this one turned out. So I'm going to go ahead and get started making another one of those cute little koalas for you guys, and we will go forward from there. I absolutely love how this card turned out. So I do have my branches and my leaves and all my little bits already cut out, so all I need to do is assemble this little guy. So I've got the body, I've got the face, and then I've got this one piece that is for his ear. And then again, we've got cut out of the white. I cut out his belly and the end of the trunk of the tree. So I'll put that off to the side, and then the ears. This is for the inside of the ears. There are two separate dies. One is a little bit wider of a piece than the other. And for the white pieces other than his belly, I'm going to go ahead and just color those up real quick. It's just some real simple coloring. So I'm just going to use a couple of colors of browns for the end of the trunk. And you can see here what the end result of that coloring is going to be. Like I said, it's some real simple coloring, so I'm just going a little bit in the center with one color, and of course I messed up, and then blending it out. I think I will add just a little bit more of this. Okay, and then for my little ears, I'm just using some pink. This is the PP1 Spectrum Noir marker. And that's it. I mean, you could, of course, cut these out in colored, except it's all part of one die, which is why I cut them all out in white, because I needed the stomach to be white. See his little stomach here. Okay. So let's go ahead and start putting this little guy together. So for the stomach piece, this actually goes right here behind his arm, and there are a couple of slits there so that it cuts out. And then to make sure that I get it only on the parts that have got the stomach on there, I'm going to go ahead and just use my art glitter glue on the wrong side. Needed it on the front. No, yes, I need it on the back. Okay. That's what I get for pre-doing stuff, right? I stopped thinking right when I'm trying to actually do the assembly. Okay, so I'm going to put my little stomach on there, and the bottom piece lines up with where his leg would be. So it goes right there, and then the flat part is right up against the edge there. And that is so that it's going to fit snugly right up on his little trunk of that tree. So that works out pretty cool. Let me get his little face and his extra ear, and you may see if you can see that. There are some embossed lines in there to tell you exactly where you need to place the other piece, so I'll go ahead and put some adhesive there. It also helps you to know which one it's supposed to be. It's this one, I think. And it fits right in there. And then we've got this one go on the other ear. Next, I need his little nose that I cut out of some black cardstock. And that's going to go, again, there are embossed lines on the die cut itself so that you can get that perfect placement. And this one you can probably, yeah, there we go. You can see where it is basically embossed in. It's actually pressed in fully on there, so this just slides right into place on that, on his little face. And I'm going to pop out his other eye, because what I want to do is add a little strip of black cardstock across the back to give those, to make his eyes black like I did on there. could always do a different color if you wanted, but I figure I will just go with the standard black. And that piece actually fit just perfect there. I thought I was going to need to trim it off, but didn't need to after all. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put his little ear on. So for that, the adhesive goes right here, and that little line that lines up with the edge of the pink, that goes right up against the little koala's head. That goes right there. So now we've got his little head is all perfect. For the branch, this little piece goes right there. Okay, so we've got that little stump piece where it was cut. We grab one of his little feet. Oh, this is, I'm sorry, these are just adorable. I do want to put the adhesive on the front, and I need to move my tweezers so I can get to the edge. So I'm going to hold it basically across the little claws, so I can put a little bit of glue on the back. And then I can just kind of position it right there and use my tweezers to hold. Another piece that is in here that is probably tucked down under all of these is another one of the little arms. I need a little arm. So we've got this little arm that's going to make it so that we can go right around the branch there so he can hold on. And since I'm doing claws, I might as well go ahead and do this last one. Go ahead and adhere that to the end of his little paw there. And that looks super cute. Now I'll start adhering him onto his branch. Now the place that you need to do the adhering is just to the side of his stomach. So this is going to go, both of them are actually going in the front, so you'll put this on the back of your little koala. And then you can just line him up wherever it is that you want him to be. And I also want to get those little leaves on. The reason I want to do that first is because we've got this one that's kind of hanging out behind his ear. In this die for this one, you've got 6 leaves, and they are basically 3 facing each direction. So you need to make sure you've got the right directions on there. And then for 2 of the little twigs coming out that have leaves attached, you've got 2 leaves attached on each. So I'm going to just go ahead and adhere these together, 2 of the leaves together, and then I'll put them onto the twig, onto where the leaves sprout out. Hold that for a second and just add a little bit of glue to that little piece. And then I can add these on there and hold it with my tweezers so that it has time to catch pretty good. So putting it like that. Okay, let that adhere. Okay, and then the last 2, we just need 1 leaf each. And I don't think it really matters which one goes where, so I'm just going to go ahead and add them on. Okay, so that looks pretty cute. Next, I'm going to put his arm on, and then I'll put as the last bit his face. This one has a slight little slit there so that the front of the hand can go in front of the branch, while the back of this arm goes wrapped around and attaches to his body on the other side of the branch. So just slide that in there. And now it looks like he's hiking the branch. That is too cute. And then this one also has a little line all the way around there that has to show you where to place his head. So there we go. Decided I wanted to use some of this foiled bamboo paper. It is just so pretty, and I figured that would be, you're able to use one sheet of the 6x6 paper to make 2 cards, and I thought that was really cool. Just going to use a dot runner adhesive. So use what you got, guys. So I'm going to line it up right with the edge of the paper, right with the edge of the cardstock rather, the card base. And then I can just cut off the excess. Okay, and then I took one of my older die sets, not really that old, but you know, it is one of my favorites. It is the fluted frames. I've used this on a lot of different cards. So I cut that out of some heavyweight beige cardstock. I just think it brings it out just a little bit more. And I'm going to put this, I'm going to pop this up on some foam. I think I want to do a double layer. I kind of like the way that this is a double layer that I used, some actual double layer scraps, and I like that little extra bit of pop. So I'm going to do double layer for this one too. And the easiest way I found to do that when you're using tape is basically just to fold it back on itself. Of course, if you've got thicker foam tape or foam squares, that will work too. I do have the foam squares. I'm starting to run low on them because I've been using them so much. But I also still have some of my foam tape, so I figured I would go ahead and use some of it too. Okay, so I'm just going to place that over here, kind of a little bit offset. And now I can add my little koala bear to the front. And I'm just going to use some art glitter glue for that. In the kit, there are also these real pretty foil sentiments, so I thought I would use one of those. So let's see. This first one I used hello. So I think for this one I'm going to use, let's just go with thanks. I'm always needing thank you cards. Okay, and I added a few of those little hearts. So that is my first card for today. I also started gathering up some of the other things from in the ephemera, because with all that ephemera, you don't want to do just the stuff with the little koalas. I mean, he's adorable, but still, you know. So I cut out some more of my circles, and I was looking at the different patterns that I like from this set. And we've got these big flowers that I'm not real familiar with, but I think that would go pretty on here. Let's see. So I'm going to use some of the eucalyptus. The colors just match very well, and kind of do the same design that I did for arranging the papers anyway as I did with my koala. So I want my eucalyptus to be facing up. Get these little bits out of the way so I don't lose them, because I've got enough pieces to make one more of my little koala cards without having to go back and cut more things. So let me go ahead and adhere this down. And that's the thing about these card kits. You have so many little bits in here. There's a lot of different ways that you can design your cards. Okay, just line that up with the edge. Actually getting a little better at it. This one's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. I can still trim off. Trimming off the excess. This time I will use some of those foam dots that came in the kit as well. And don't throw them away. Once you've used the little dots out of it, don't throw the excess away, because you can always use that to pop your things up too. And that should take care of any kind of sagginess. You go ahead and get that adhered down to my card panel. And just because I know that when it comes to foam tape, I sometimes put things on there crooked and decide I want to move them around, I'm going ahead and adding some liquid adhesive to the back of my foam to make sure that I've got that little bit of wiggle room. Now this is a shape that should be fairly easy to get on there, mostly straight, and if it's not completely straight, nobody else is really gonna know. Okay, now I'll add that flower over here, and then I can pick out another one of these little sentiments. And I did leave the tittle on the sheet, and I knew it. So now I can get the tittle off and then just add it in place over the eye. Okay, so that is a second card done. So for this one, I just think that little bird is so pretty, and I'm using one of the frames that is included in the ephemera set. And I cut out, because I felt that that would be a little bit too busy if I could left it on the same, I picked out a piece of some more pattern paper from that same set. There's a lot of different papers. So now I just need to adhere this down onto that piece of pattern paper. And the paper I cut just a touch bigger, so it'll give it a little bit of a matte. But it'll also cover that center area. And then I'm going to add my little bird. Okay, so now we have our focal image, and just like I've been doing with the others, I'm going to add some foam tape to the back. Okay, and then for this piece, this is again that same eucalyptus. I'm going to have it not completely centered, a little bit offset, but give it a little bit of a white border on the edges. And just trim off the excess. Okay, and then I can add my little bird. Okay, so another one that I did that I think is just so cute, I went ahead and did this one previously, was actually watching a hop while I was working along with this. And to go along with that word hop, I've got a kangaroo that, of course, is one of the things that hops, and it says happy day. Absolutely love the way that this one turned out. So go ahead and adhere that down in the center. Okay, now I'm taking one of the smaller of those fluted frames. I'm going to pop that one up on some foam. Putting that one in place off center, and then I just need my kangaroo. Where did my kangaroo go? Okay, looks like I had put him away. Did not mean to do that. Just add a little bit of my art glitter glue to the back. And this time I'm using one of the sentiments from the ephemera set, and just going to pop it up on some foam dots, or rather the foam excess. And then adding that little guy down. Okay, so we got that one done. I did pick out a couple of other card designs. I figured the flowers would be really pretty, so I'm going to make a couple of quick cards using that as well. And I'm really liking the idea of the fluted frame to break up the background, and that seems to be working pretty nicely on those cards. I know the cards are basically all in the same kind of design, but this is just so pretty. I've also got this one that is the stripes. That's the one I'm going to go with. I like that look. It almost looks like wallpaper in the background in front of those. So I'm going to cut this one down again in half, and I'll make 2 cards using it. Grab a couple of card pieces, And just adhere that down in the center. Trim off the excess. I think what I'm going to do though on this one is make one of them a horizontal and then the other one be a vertical card. So for one, I think I like that. And then for this one, so next I'm going to pop these up on some foam for that oval. And then just adhere my little flower vase or flower jar down. And I'm going to put it to the side because I haven't decided on a sentiment yet for that one. Go ahead and get this one finished up. And this one, I think I'm going to put this off to the, still a little off center, but a little lower. Put that down there. Add some adhesive to the back of the flowers. I think on this one I want to add that high again. I think that would fit perfect in that little oval. Okay, and then for this one, I'm going to go with hay. That looks pretty cute. This time I think I want to add some extra bling to them. I mean, hadn't really thought about it until just now, to be honest. Got the sequins that came with the card kit, so let's go ahead and pop some of them on. It's going to add a little extra pop of color, a little bit brighter to these more muted tones. I think that's what I want to do, but let's see. I think that'll look kind of cool, so let me go ahead and add that to this one. And I'm happy enough with the way the rest of these look that I don't think I'm going to add anything extra to them. These are just adorable. So let's take another real quick look. We've got my initial hello and thanks cards using that cute little koala bear. These are adorable. I think I need to add some hearts to this one though, because I do love that heart. I think that just finished it up just perfect. And I do have, I've actually got 4 hearts left on this, so that'll be perfect. Okay, that looks better. I love those cards. They are just so adorable. So I've got my little koala bears. Then I've got this cute little bird. It says hi. I don't know the name of the flower. If you guys know, please put it down in the comments down there for me. I'd appreciate it. I do know that it is one of the ones from Australia because all of this stuff is basically Australia with all of the eucalyptus and all. Then I made a couple of Happy Day little kangaroo cards, and then we've got our little flower vases. So thank you guys for dropping in. If you want to see some more videos where I'm making some more more cards using some amazing Spellbinders products, be sure to check out this playlist. You guys have a wonderful day, and remember, if I can make it, you can too. Have a great day.